Is it really a bull market, or are we all getting scammed? Earlier today, I've shown you, friends, some videos about the stock market, and we discussed the junk growth stocks, which was very interesting because I showed you the data table, and whenever junk stocks, which is just a trash stocks, whenever they have a big thrust up against normal stocks, whenever that number's big, 4 out of 5 times it was at bottoms or there's like a continuation of the bull market. In the 1 out of 5 time, in the highest account, you still had 5 months left of the S&P 500 before it crashed. 5 months. I mean, that's an eternity in crypto. That's enough for you to have a big alt season and stuff, right? So it makes you think about what's going on because everybody's saying it's over and like someone's bidding. Who's bidding? Well, think about it in crypto, friends. In crypto, retailers are selling. Yeah? Retailers are selling. Why? Because they believe in 4-year cycle. So they're refusing to buy. They're just getting ready to sell. And they are selling a bit. They are. So who's buying? Wall Street. That's right. The Wall Street guy. Hey, everybody on the wall. Hey. So Tom Lee, crowd favorite, he's saying, you know, I'm unzipping my pants, flopping out my 1.2 million quantity Ethereum buy. Wall Street's buying. It's fascinating because, friends, look, everybody in crypto, and friends, I don't make the rules. I'm just observer. Friends, I'm literally, here's my magnifying glass. Everyone's got their pants off. I'm checking out their willies. I'm like, wow, you got a very small willy. How do you walk around? Who am I looking at? Bitcoin maxis, Soylana maxis, and people who like to swing both ways. Okay? Bitcoin and Soylana. Friends, that's the weakest part of the crypto market. It's still that way. Bitcoin maxis, for some reason, love soy. They love Soylana because they see Ethereum as a threat. And because Ethereum refuses to give up on its decentralization principles. It drew a line in the sand, which is very interesting when you think about it. Because all the other altcoins don't care about that. Most of them don't, right? So you have Bitcoin maxis, you have Soylana maxis. They are the weakest part of the market. Soylana's ran up for 1.75 years. Bitcoin's run up because we have business PMI data. The ISM came out at 48.7. It marks now 34 months in a row. It's been below 50, the 50 to 52 range, okay? But what does the data say? Well, check it out, friends. Look at the stock market. This chart shows you that we are in a true bull market for the US stock market. This is bullish for crypto. This chart here shows you that most stocks are above their long-term moving averages, indicating breadth. So, friends, as you can see, there's very, very light lines here. But on the right-hand side is a percentage. See this number here? It's a percentage. The orange line is US large caps. Okay? This green line is mid cap. The yellow is small cap. You see that? So pretty much, friends, check this out. So basically, 75% of the large and mid cap stocks are above their moving averages, long-term moving averages. That is a traditional, classic bull market. Yeah. So pretty much we had the Trump tariffs sent us down, but the reversal has been so strong, so big, that it's been like an emphatic roar of a bull, right? Moo! Is what the bulls say. Now, it doesn't mean it lasts forever, but statistically, we're good to go. We're good to go. Now, what are we waiting for next? It's the lightning rod moment, remember? We thought it was going to be Trump's meme coin. That was a top signal for Soylana. I mean, like, it's a top signal for something, right? If you say it's a top signal for meme coins, okay, Soylana was considered a meme coin chain. If you say it's a top signal for Soylana, well, there you go. I don't know if it's a top signal for them, yeah? Maybe you only be able to see it in their ratios, okay? It doesn't mean everything just goes down forever. I'm just telling you, like, Trump launching his coin and then going down early. Like, that's... you got to understand, okay? If that happened to Ethereum, every single person in Bitcoin land and Soylana land will be spitting at you saying, top signal, top signal. But now, because it's happening to them, they don't want to admit it. It's a market-wide sign of strength. Alt season has to be around the corner, but the business ISM just came out at 48.7, friends. So I've got more stuff to show. Remember, the business cycle, I cover it for you very, very often because it's important, man. Because I don't... Look, friends, you got to understand. Something about me, I love you. I do appreciate you. Thank you for liking and sharing. But with all due respect, if someone doesn't listen, I couldn't give a crap. literally just leave. Okay, I don't care. I'm like, oh no, please stay, because that's another mouth to feed. That's another ear I have to talk to. That's another person's hair I have to pat. I've already patting my fluffy microphone. You see what I mean? So just because you don't understand it, I don't need your money. No one needs your money. You understand? Your shitty little, what are you going to insert? Maximum $1 million of a clip? 1 million? These things are way bigger than you. Way bigger. And me. They don't need me. They don't need you. This is the business ISM, 34 months in the red. Anybody concluding that it's all over, you've been concluding something when the rains are here. Okay, eventually, friends, it's going to be sunny. What I'll do is I'll add like a little sun emoji here, a smiling sun. See, this is alt season. PMI goes above 55, bull market, bull market, bull market, bull market, you know? Now, technically, we are in a bull market because it's a long process of time. But, you know, when we say bull in crypto, we mean like, you're excited to wake up every day. You know what I mean? You don't want to see these resets and stuff. So we need to exercise more patience, and we deserve some pumpy G music. I will now turn on my cute little Pikachu, and you will be hypnotized. No more soy. No more skipping leg day. You're going to work calves today, aren't you? We have to change the world one soy boy at a time. Now, this chart, friends, is more... I'm telling you now that I did not think years ago... Like, if you told me, hey, Somi, it's now September 2025, and you now have to convince everybody to be bullish, I would never, ever have predicted that. I'll go, no. I thought I'd be convincing everyone to be bearish. Nope, hasn't kicked off yet. But now we know, right? Why? Because, friends, you can always look back in hindsight and explain. No one gives a shit about that. You know what I mean? But we know the answer. Zombie virus happened, shocked everybody. 2022, they hiked rates too fast, shocked everybody again. Now everybody says, oh, I'm not going to ever take risks. See us. I'm just going to like do my thing, keep to myself. If big money comes, I sell. I'm not taking the risk. Now, when everybody does that at once, you have this contracting business cycle because no one wants to take risk. Real risk, yeah? Even in the stock markets, friends, only the biggest stocks are carrying everything. Okay? With the stuff that's always going to make money. Your Facebooks, your Google McDougalls, your Tesla, and you got Nvidia. Like, they're cherry-picked, right? I've got some data here for you. This is just wild, right? So, remember, friends. Also, friends, as well, when I said to you, like, oh, I'd have to be convincing everybody to be bullish. Like, I don't really care. I just didn't think we'd be in this situation where contrarian is to be bullish. Okay? But how is contrarian being bullish right now? You know? By the way, just because everyone's holding, then that's not bullish. Okay? The bullish, when everyone's actually pricing in the future, they start borrowing money. That's the thrill part. Let me show you, okay? Let me show you. You can actually see in the Wall Street cheat sheet right here. There is a part here. Now, don't just look at the price chart, but there's an emotion here. Look at this. First, you start to believe, fully invested. Then you have thrill, okay? None of you, see, friends, when you borrow money, you're borrowing money because, like, you're scared it's going to go up later and it still hasn't moved up. But a lot of you are, like, reserved, okay? The thrill is, oh, my gosh, Crypto's up 15 million. This guy's making money leverage trading. I'm going to go borrow money because I've got FOMO, like, everything's going up. We don't have that. No one wants to borrow money for that. No one. That means we're nowhere near the end yet. Okay, we don't even remotely have an end to this at all. Which means we have strong hands. Yeah. Because if the market goes down, nobody gets forced out. You're already forced out by time capitulation, but it's been going on like forever and ever and ever and ever. You know, already. Yeah. When we start to see weak hands, I will buy more on margin. Got to tell everyone to buy. Yeah, we're not there yet. We're literally not there yet, right? So this is where I want to show you this chart. They have this S&P 500 Advancing index. Average number of daily advances by calendar year. This is wild, friends. We have 264 stocks in the S&P 500 who are advancing daily. Do you understand? Look how big this number is. In 2021, it had 267. In 2020, 261. So, friends, these are, if you look at this, I know it's hard to see, but if you look at See, 2021 is obviously, we had old season year. Yeah. So the number, see, this is a low number, 248. But, and we went down. Okay. See, we went down in 2022, right? In 2023, we started recovering. The number was 261. In 2024, we actually had a big year, 262. And now look at this, we're at 264. So like, it's not this low number, 248. So once again, I'm just showing you, go, wait a minute. It's just so bullish. It's like, it's just, we're still bullish, right? In terms of, remember, bull markets, they grow on skepticism. Remember, first they're born on pessimism. They're born on the depression. That's when the bull is born. And then it grows on the skepticism. It grows on the paranoia. It grows on it. And then it dies on the euphoria. Yeah? Nowhere near dead. Nowhere near dead. Friends, remember, the bear market will start when we've killed the final bear. I'm looking at you, Uncle Peter Schiff. I'm looking at you, maybe Bitcoin Maxis. Yeah? You guys are all bearish on Ethereum. I'm looking at you, Soylana Maxi. I'm looking at all of them. Yeah. I can smell future fear. Not just normal fear, future fear. You know? They're not nowhere near that yet, you know? And by the way, friends, it could go to zero. We could like owe money to the blockchain. It's just... look, my whole life I've been trading for this moment. Trust me, I'm way more shocked than you. I made over 5,600 videos. Like, all my videos about being contrarian, I never would have thought. I thought it would have been only a 10% chance we're going to get this, where somehow crowd's bearish in 2025. Okay, they never even got bullish, you know? But yeah, I was right to give it a 10% chance because business ISM, bad for 34 months. Never in 100 years have we seen this. Number one. Number two, we have AI. It's the 1 in 100 technology burst, maybe 1 in 10, yeah? 1 in 100, 1 in 10 technology burst that changes the fabric of society in the future. So that's why I gave it a 10% chance we'd get to this moment, but here we are. The 10% chance didn't happen. Risk sniffer. Now, if you know one thing about you and me, we love sniffing risk. Now, they actually have a risk sniffer indicator. It's the high yield spreads. Basically, high yield dog shit Ponzi's, okay? And look at this, look at this. Friends, it's look at the risk on. Look at the risk appetite. Discretionary versus staples. You see that? They look at stocks, right? And what are staples? Are staples like the stuff you need? Yeah, so staples, friends, consumer staples. Food, beverages, orange juice, household supplies, personal hygiene. So stuff you buy no matter what, right? You buy your toothbrush, you buy your anusol, been a long bear market, right? Lube for your butt. Things that you need, you know, literally things that you consistently buy all the time. You know, you don't change your spending, right? You don't need to buy 4 toothbrushes this week, for example. Well, they use that ratio as the denominator, and on top they use stuff that discretionary. You know, you buy it if you like it. You don't need to buy it, but you do. Okay, that's been going up. Look at this. This is the bottom line. Look at this chart, friends. It's been going up to the right. I'm just in shock. I'm just as much shock as you, man. How the hell? What is going on? Well, it just means that, I don't know, just AI is carrying the economy, but it's going to have some sort of mania blow off later. The risk sniffer as well. Look at this. High yield spreads. So people are hunting junk. Right? They're happy to take on the junk stuff. That's why I'm telling you now, friends. You know the traffic lights? Man, they're like 9 out of 10 are green. We're like waiting. We just like need the final thing. We need that racist Russell 2000 to break the high and give the final green light for altcoins. We're so close. We were so close. We had like 8 green lights at the end of last year. Russell 2000 nicked the high, came all the way back down. So now we're like, you know, we're there. We're literally there. And remember, as the racist Russell 2000 stops being racist and breaks the all-time high, the following month's PMI data will probably smash up above 50 and stuff. So it moves one-on-one, okay? So the risk sniffer, yield seekers are getting spicy in the market. They're taking on more risk. This is a definitive bull market indicator. Now, friends, this is definitive. I mean, when you see this chart, this is global equities. Okay? Global. All of the world equities. Check it out, man. I mean, look at this. This is the percentage of countries above their 200-day moving average. It's up at 90%, man. Like, it's just... Look at this, friends. It literally... It's just snapping the high. That's wild, man. Like, friends, look at this. It last made the high in 2008. Isn't that wild, man? Man, that's absolutely bonkers. So I just want to show you it again. Look how significant this is. We have definitively broken that high from 2008. This is world global equities. Remember, it includes like India and Brazil and Europe and, you know, the land of tea and crumpets in the UK. So, yeah, I'm looking at it. Trust me, I've just too many question marks. How? But it's happening, you know. That's why even Tom Lee, he says, like, look, man, if you look at the data, it's contrarian to be a perma bull. But you sound so naive. Friends, you want to know something about Tom Lee? Let's bring his picture up or more. Tom Lee, this is amazing, right? Here he is. We love you, Mr. Tom Lee. So he says, he goes, guys, you think I get praise all the time. He goes, when I sit down with our biggest clients, Tom says, I present for them in the data, go, look, it's contrarian to be perma bullish right now. He goes, they read all the data, they read all the sheets, and they say, look, man, but you're like always bullish. I can't really listen to you. Yeah. That's what they always say to him, like the past 5 years. That's wild. It's wild, man. Maybe when they finally make a statue of him, the bull market's actually done. You never know. That might be one of our cute signals. Even for him. Yeah. It's a while. He goes, yeah, guys, well, like, you celebrate me in the media whenever we go up and stuff. He goes, all my clients, they go, yeah, but bro, you're like perma bullish. So like, we can't really trust you. You know, it goes down, it goes up. You're like bullish no matter what. So remember, friends, study the conviction play. Study the conviction play. You can't look at the leaves. You've got to look at the forest. Global equities as an indicator for the whole world. This looks like a worldwide bull market pump. I know it's crazy because Bitcoin has been running a long time. What if Bitcoin slows down and altcoins go up? No one has any probability attached to that. Zero. Literally zero. You name it. Uncle Bobby Lucas, Copen, blockchain backer, everyone, Yvonne, everyone gives a literal 0% probability Bitcoin goes down, altcoins go up. Zero. Not 1%. Zero. Do you understand that, friend? You want 0 is less than 1. You get that? 0%. I'm thinking, man, if a black swan level of crack sent 34 months negative number business ISM to us, why can't we have a white swan, but let's do a dove? Why can't we have a white dove pump up where this thing literally does like a never before seen crack like this? And by the way, this is not even never before seen. It does that all the time. Beep, 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 beep. You know what I mean? Why can't we get something like that? Well, because it's so contrarian to even think and conceive of like that. Because people are like, oh, I don't believe in the narrative. What's going to be the narrative? Screw you and your narrative. I don't know. What was Richard Hart's narrative when he mined Bitcoin in 2011? What was your narrative for buying the Ethereum ICO? Some 17-year-old kid giving you a 1,000-yard stare named Vitalik. You know? There's no narrative, bro. Everyone wants a narrative. It's a retailer trap. You get it? Not everyone gets it, man. You know? Look, man. Friends, if you ever see me on one of these popular YouTube channels and they've put me as like one of the top ranking crypto channels, just start selling. Just start selling. Because that means all those retardios, they finally figured it out. They finally figured it out. It's a believer cycle. You have to believe in something. You needed to find contrarian stuff. You needed to find something with tattoos and network effects and people who believe and multiple conferences and every single thing that says that the thing is dead, but the market price and the people are saying are still alive, giving you a huge disconnect between what the value and price is, otherwise known as information asymmetry that you can go and discover. When they finally go and figure it out, it's probably too late. Don't even join my channel. Don't message me on Twitter. Just click sell. Okay, just start taking profit. But right now, I'm not even on the radar. So who cares? 5,600 videos. How many are we up to now? 5661. Use it as an indicator, friends. You don't have to come and tell me, Tommy, is it okay if I take profit? Bro, just click sell. Click sell. Man, it'll be really funny one day if they put me on crypto banter. That'd be so funny. That'd be so funny. Imagine you just see it in my Telegram announcement and my YouTube, my Twitter. It'll be, warning! Crypto banter just invited me onto the channel. You know what that means? Just start selling everything, bro. Oh, man. It's very hard to do this. It is hard, friends. But, because everyone wants just a bit more 2x's, a bit more 3x's. But we'll see. Hopefully, I just never make it there. I never want to make it there. I never want to get up there. Because that means there's always spirit left. You know what I mean? Yeah. One day they'll learn. The majority of the retailer market is positioned with an overweight Bitcoin and Soylana portfolio. You know it. I know it. We all know it. Also, friends, I just want to show you some, like, you want to get into this peanut brain of mine, and trust me, your whole family and your neighborhood can fit in here because there's nothing in here. It's literally just a peanut on a sofa. I saw this post from our friend Ivan. We love you, Ivan. Just, you know, I'm seeing a few things. My gosh, Ivan still, wow. Okay, I'm surprised. Ivan, like, so what I'm about to explain to you, friends, is you can tell everybody is underexposed to Ethereum and they are overexposed to Bitcoin and Soylana. Every time now there's bad news that appears for Ethereum, everybody is bear posting it. The problem is we're in a disbelief part. So Ethereum's price action is not going to go down anywhere near as they think. It's going to keep going up. It's going to get a hated rally. It's going to be disbelief. Do you remember, friends, when I show you the Wall Street cheat sheet? Okay. In the Wall Street cheat sheet, there's a disbelief part. You see this? This is a sucker's rally. You see that? Disbelief. This rally will fail. This is a sucker's rally. Why are they saying it's a sucker? Why? Where does the disbelief part come from? It comes from the stock market because the stock market bottoms first and then it starts rallying for 6 months. But the US GDP data keeps coming out bad and jobs keep coming out bad. So people think everybody buying is stupid because they go, it's a sucker's rally because the data keeps coming out bad. But what you don't know is it's pricing in the future, but you don't only realize that after the data confirms. But by the time you realize that it's been 6 months, you've missed the whole big move. Now you have to buy the top with everyone else. You see? So it's Ethereum, just like every other altcoin, when they have a disbelief rally, that's the same thing. They go, I can't believe it's rallying. Friends, that's why PDI at 1 cent is going to have a disbelief rally where they go, I can't believe this thing is rallying 1,000% since Richard Hart called it a stupid scam. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It's infinite minting. Why is it rallying? See what I mean? That's what ends up happening. Well, Ethereum is in the process of a disbelief suckers rally. Friends, you have, look at this. So, Ethereum Foundation announced they're selling 10,000 Ethereum, even though Tom Lee bought 1 million, right? And we have Ivan, Soul Season. Vitalik is unloading massive Ethereum bags. Tom Lee also says Soylana is next. You see that? See what I mean, friends? Look, Vitalik dumping Ethereum big time again. See, Ethereum Foundation, Ethereum Foundation. You see that, friends? And look at this. We even have a post here. I just noticed this. He goes, Ethereum is cooked. So he's copying Ben Copen. Ethereum is going to the 21. So this is Ben Copen saying, Ethereum, you're going home to $2,500. Then you're going to go home to $500 Ethereum. Like it's right here. It's right here. The bear posting, friends. You're seeing it. Our friend Ivan. Our friend Ivan. Our good friend. Our tall Viking friend Ivan. It's happening. Oh, gosh, man. We love you, Ivan. Friends, he reposted this thing. Pulse and Hex not bouncing exactly as predicted. Oh, my gosh. You know, man. I just can't believe it. Friends, we're living the movie in real time. We're living the story. These are the golden moments, right? You're in the middle of the movie. right? Once it's done, you know how it ends. The magic's gone. The magic's gone. You'll always look at the chart. You'll be like, wow, that was magical, but you won't. It's nostalgia from that point. We're actually living it right now. Friends, mark my words. There will be one day you see me in one of those dark room interviews, right? You know, it's like a dark room in the background. They zoom into your eyes and I'll be like, you know, there were 1,000 reasons to quit. But everybody just kept confirming my bias and thesis that they're all sidelined. I go, why are you guys bear posting king of the altcoins? Right? Why you guys? And I would literally be saying, how the hell did you guys think Vitalik, the 4,000 IQ alien, was the dumb guy in the room? Where the hell did that come from? The kid literally made the world first layer 1 smart contract platform. You somehow got cheated out of that? You think now he's a dumb one? You know, I love this, man. This is funny. By the way, so Ben Copen, he quoted the Ethereum Foundation. You know, I showed you even in Juicy News, the chart pattern that Ethereum is doing, it's going to pop up higher. It's repeating the zombie virus fractal that we saw from Bitcoin. This is the chart. You see this? This is the top chart is Ethereum with the Russell 2000 correlation. And right here, so Ben Copen is saying, I guess with Ivan, that Ethereum's going to crash down lower here. Ethereum's actually the top one, okay? But look what ends up happening. This little flag of Bitcoin, it just continues up. So, look, I just showed it to you. I literally just showed it to you, friends. Like, Ben Copen has 1 million followers. Ivan has 600,000. We're talking like the giants, the titans, okay? They're bearish as hell on Ethereum. Even Crypto Banter, shout out to Randy Boo, he literally had a channel saying Ethereum's going to be rotated into Soylana. He said Tom Lee says he's going to sell his Ethereum and buy Soylana. It's playing out in real time. It's playing out in real time. Like this is, friends, it's a gift. It's a gift from the heavens. Like, wait, you're telling me I just got to keep holding and everybody's actually still fading this? Okay. Like, subscribe, belly button all. Catch you soon.